I would say that handling a boo-boo is not for everyone, most especially elderly and children.
Actually, I wouldn't advise a Cane Corso for a first-time owner for the following reason. You can see he's a very hyper dog, and if you are someone who has never owned a dog before, it's not a good idea for you to start up with a Corso. These dogs are very dominant dogs. They need people who can ascertain dominancy and training. So you being the first-time owner, you may not know that you need to devote your time in training these dogs properly and giving them that leadership they need.
If you're considering getting a boo-boo, you need to consider some of these facts that I'll be mentioning here today. So for their size and strength, if you are possibly, for example, I've seen where some people walk their boo-boos on the road, on the streets and on the roads and different other areas where the boo-boos seem to be in front of them rather than be beside them. This only means that the boo-boo is in charge of you. When you see such behavior, then it simply means that the dog is actually your owner and you are not the owner of the dog. So this is what the definition is when you're walking a dog and the dog is ahead of you. And of course, I understand the strength of the boo-boo. So sometimes it can be really pulley and things like that, but that's because you haven't properly trained them or you haven't properly bonded with them to understand that they should walk side by side with you.
The Corso is not just any dog that anybody will just say, oh, let me just take out and do whatever I want. You must train him because he's powerful, extremely powerful. Sit. Come here. There. Come here. Sit. Good sit. Stay. Stay. Down. Stay. He's a tough dog. So you need tough love for him. You need tough love. So this is why I was telling you guys about when you ask, can a first-time owner do what I just did? So he wouldn't even know what to do. And they are tough. They need that alpha direction.
Boo-boos are bred to be protective guardians of their families and properties, like I earlier mentioned. Depend on the kind of training you give them, how you want their protective nature to be, and where and what areas would you like them to be protective. They are actually built genetically with that protective instincts, but the truth is you need to activate and encourage that instincts to work properly. So you need to train them properly and channel the areas at which you want their protective nature to be. Without adequate socialization as well and training, the boo-boos may exhibit territorial behavior, which sometimes grows into the word that people use today as aggressive. For me, I do not like to talk about or address a dog as being aggressive because I prefer to use the word reactive. As we all know, every animal has their preying instincts. So for boo-boos as well, they also have their preying instincts. So they are protective and they are reactive to very uncomfortable situations or things that may come up. They could see somebody harassing their owner, or maybe they're actually doing the resource guard. It could be their food or something. So then again, it is important that you train your dog rightly and train them the best way that they should behave and how you want them to behave. So you need to learn to model their behavior. That's another very important point for you to know.
If you are someone who can learn and you can learn very well, you are willing to study about the breed very well, and you are someone who has the time to invest into the dog, then yes, you can also have it, right? Because the breed is a great companion as well as a protective breed. So both ways, if you need it for protection, yes, you can have it, but you must learn certain things. You must learn how to behave around the dog. You must be able to ascertain your dominance on the dog. You must be the leader of the pack, the alpha. Very, very important.